Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Instagram, it's me, T from Patterson's taking the train to the bed. I thought I'd be a little bit more ceremonial, pomp, and all the rest of that stuff because it's a Sunday, which means I read on Sundays. It's fast becoming. See, it used to be the audio drama day, which is Thursdays, right? Would be my my favorite, if you want to say, if there's such a thing as a favorite. But closely coming in like that reading is it. Anyway, on Sundays we read, like on Thursdays we do audio drama, on Fridays we do like week wrap up, Saturdays whatever comes to my head. Sundays we do the reading, Mondays is the me day, Tuesdays is what stuff that's happening in the U.S. stuff, and Wednesdays is world stuff. But this is Sunday's reading day. Where I read and then I riff off of whatever I've read, which means I need my glasses. So welcome in. And for those of you people who are paying sports attention, this is a Super Bowl Sunday. We read from Tagore every Sunday because, well, we're in India and this is appropriate, you know. Tagore's poet, don't worry about it. When he won stuff, he's just really good. This one's going to be kind of long. I'm doing 54. This is I usually don't do them this much. This is the whole page here. So be patient. You might like it. I ask nothing from thee. I utter not my name to thine ear. When thou tookest thy leave, I stood silent. I was alone by the well, where the shadow of the tree fell aslant, and the women had gone home with their brown earthen pitchers filled to the brim. They called me and shouted, "Come with us. The morning is wearing on to noon." But I languishly lingered whilst lost in the midst of vague musings. I heard not thy steps as thou camest. Thine eyes were sad when they fell on me. Thy voice was tired as thou speakest low. Ah, I am a thirsty traveler. I started up from my daydreams and poured water from my jar on thy adjoined palms. The leaves rustled overhead. The cuckoo sang from the unseen dark. And perfume of baobab flowers came from the bend of the road. I stood speechless with shame when my name thou didst ask. Indeed, what had I done for thee to keep me in remembrance? But the memory that I could give water to thee to allay thy thirst will cling to my heart and enfold it in sweetness. The morning hour is late. The bird sings in weary notes. Neem leaves rustle overhead, and I sit and think and think. Well, there you go. Now, see, this reminds me of something. I'm in India now, but I was in India like this was my second trip when I went. I first came to India 20 years ago, actually, exactly 20 years ago, 2004. I always get the dates messed up. But then after that, in about 2 years after that, I came back again. I was traveling all over India, and one of the places I was way up there, Rishikesh, whatever, it was all the way up there, Himalayan mountains. And I would walk, because I'm a walker, right? And there's this tourist thing, you get on the bus, and then they, you get on the bus and they take the bus. Well, that same bus road, because it goes to another little spot, I guess you'd call it. And I instead of taking the bus, I walked, because it wasn't that far to me. And as I was walking on whatever side, and the other side was like the mountain, Himalaya, the mountain, extension of the mountain, whatever. And the traffic or the road was was there. And I noticed there was like a little tiny cave that if you was on the bus, you would miss it. You couldn't see it. Since I was walking, I saw it. And so curiosity, as I was curious, I went and crossed the road and looked in the cave. And there was this guy there. He was in a really filthy orange robe, and he was staring into this, a little fire. And he had something, he had I guess we would call it a roach, you know, a little stogie like that. They would, they're staring at this fire. And I looked in, and he turned, and he looked at me. And what he did next was amazing to me, because this guy was a filthy, tattered orange robe. The only thing he was doing, all he had was this thing. I didn't see any food around, no water around, nothing like that. And you know what he did? He went and offered me some of this stogie, I'm calling it stogie. And I'm going like, I said, no, it's all right. I just wanted to find out if you're all right. Are you all right? You know? I mean, not that I wouldn't have, the point is this. The only thing he had, aside from the clothes on his back, the filthy clothes on his back that I could see, was this stogie. He offered me the only thing he had. I can't tell, that was profound. To me, that was profound. I know I was in the Himalaya, maybe I was in India, maybe I was getting some sort of blah, 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 blah. But that's what happened. So now I'm thinking, how do I, now I'm thinking, now, I'm a nowist anyway. I think they have a now. Sometimes I remember stuff, but I apply everything to the now, because I'm a nowist. And I'm saying, like, in fact, let me bring this up. Right now there's this whole proposal from the Donald that the U.S. take over Gaza, and that, you know, they basically turn it to beachfront property for his, he's a real estate guy, so I guess it's his people, and the rich people can then move back in, and the Gaza people, they would throw them someplace else. They said Scotland, I don't know, they want to throw them someplace else. First of all, before I get to that point, first of all, if you're going to move the Gaza, you don't move the Gaza, that's their original land. Who you want to move is the Israelis that came to that land. And you know where you moved them? You moved them to who the person that caused the problem in the first. You moved them to Austria. That's right. All the Israelis, all the people that claimed them, moved them to Austria, because the half Jewish guy, the half Austrian guy came from, that's what he caused the problem. Send them to Austria. Don't send them no place else. Send them to Austria. They can build up Austria. Can they build up Austria? You know, Arnold can come and help them. I don't know, whoever can come and help them. But those are the autochthonous people to that area are the Palestinians. You know, Greater Palestine, whatever it is. So that's bogus anyway. But anybody can see that. And after all the killing they did, all the blood sacrifice, maybe all them killing them children and all those people, maybe that was just a blood sacrifice to get, I don't know how these people think, but let me get back to the point. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm not concerned, but well, I am concerned as a human being about this stuff. But my focus is Africa. In terms of getting the unity, if you unify Africa and the diaspora, which means you unify all black people all over the world, whether they want to come to Africa, you unify them. But what's the thing about Africa? To go to Africa, or to be in Africa, Mengistu Robert Sobukwe said it best: to be on the continent, and you know, and Commander Ibrahim, you know what I'm talking about. He's expressing it best. You have to be humane. You have to believe in humanity. That's all it is. So you want to hang with if you're humane, if you have humanity, you can hang. Mr. Neely Fuller just passed. In fact, I wrote it. In fact, the last two words of the poem says it. Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who's always fighting racism, or He doesn't believe in the system of racism. He thinks the system of racism, what he calls white supremacy, should be abolished and replaced. Because when you abolish something, when you destroy something, you got to replace it with something. But you don't replace it with somebody's agenda. Well, I don't know what you don't replace it with. But I do know what you do replace it with. And you replace it, he says, what is justice? You place it with justice. And justice, he defines justice because nobody else could define it. Yes. I've asked lawyers and judges, and they mamby-pamby, they say, well, it's complicated, whatever have you. But justice as defined by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who passed peace and blessings on his eternal soul, says justice is the guarantee that no one is mistreated. Think about that. No one is mistreated. And that the person who needs the help the most gets the most constructive help possible. Now, if I look around the world, the only person I see doing that is Commander Ibrahim and the Seychelles folks. You know, the Mali guy, the Niger guy, and of course, the land of the upright people, Burkina Faso. So if anything happens in this world, you need to deal with justice and being human. Here's the poem I wrote. It's called Here, H-E-A-R, Here to Teach. Here to Teach. It's a quinzal. Quinzal is a 49-word poem. It's 7 lines with 7 words in each line, no word over 7 letters, unless it's a proper noun. Here's what it sounds like. Here to teach, a quinzal for the master. To diverse in the plenty was he, teacher of the many his task be. Known to some, introde to us all. The grand man of our masterclass became the sturdy study to prevent chaos with written to the vocal so needed toward our final freeing as human beings.